Two icy worlds cross orbits every single lap around the Sun, and they have never once collided. Neptune and Pluto share a stretch of space that should be a disaster waiting to happen. Pluto's orbit is far more elongated than Neptune's, and it's tilted at a steep angle compared to the flat plane most planets stick to. For part of every trip around the Sun, Pluto actually swings closer to the Sun than Neptune does. Think about that for a second. The famous outermost planet isn't always the outermost object out there. Sometimes Neptune, not Pluto, is the one sitting farther from the Sun. On paper, two objects sharing the same lane like this sounds like a guaranteed pileup. Two paths crossing, over and over, for billions of years should eventually end in a crash. Sooner or later, basic physics should force a collision. But it never happens. Not once, not in the entire span of time these two bodies have existed in their current orbits. The reason comes down to timing, and it is stunningly precise. Astronomers call it orbital resonance. Pluto completes exactly 2 orbits around the Sun for every 3 orbits Neptune completes. That's a 3-to-2 ratio, locked in like clockwork, repeating endlessly without drifting out of sync. Every time Pluto's path drifts close to Neptune's, Neptune is always positioned safely elsewhere, never actually near Pluto at the same moment. The two are always out of step at exactly the right moments, like two runners on a track who lap each other's lane, but never actually meet at the same point. It's less like two cars merging into the same lane, and more like two dancers spinning past each other on a stage, choreographed so their paths cross constantly, but their bodies never do. Scientists believe this resonance likely formed billions of years ago, as Neptune slowly migrated outward through the early solar system. As it drifted outward, its gravity nudged smaller objects around it, including Pluto, into stable, synchronized orbital patterns. Neptune essentially organized its neighborhood through gravity alone, without a single collision required to do it. That alone is a strange thought. A planet rearranging an entire region of space just by existing and moving slowly through it. But here's the part nobody expects. Pluto isn't some rare exception to a one-off rule. There's a whole population of small icy objects beyond Neptune that share this exact same 3-to-2 timing relationship with Neptune. Astronomers even gave them a nickname, plutinos, an entire class of objects, all locked into the same rhythmic dance, all following the same rule that keeps Pluto safe generation after generation. My take: this might be one of the more quietly mind-bending facts about the solar system, because it flips the usual assumption. Crossing orbits sound dangerous, but here gravity is the thing keeping bodies apart, not the thing pulling them together, holding a whole population in sync for an enormous span of time. And this isn't just a Neptune-Pluto quirk either. Orbital resonance shows up in other corners of the solar system too, including among some of Jupiter's moons. Different planets, different scales, same underlying principle at work. Gravity, given enough time, doesn't just create chaos and unpredictable near misses. It can organize orbiting bodies into stable, repeating patterns instead of chaotic collisions, and keep that pattern running for as long as the system exists. So next time you picture the solar system as nothing but chaos, random near misses, and objects hurtling blindly through space, remember Neptune and Pluto. Two orbits, crossing again and again, for as long as both objects have existed. Two worlds that should have crashed 1,000 times over by now, according to simple logic. And yet, thanks to a rhythm precise enough to set a clock by, they never even come close. It's not luck. It's not coincidence. It's a quiet kind of cosmic choreography, keeping two crossing orbits from ever actually crashing into each other. Follow for more random things you may not know.